Thank you, Diane and Jeannie, for that fine introduction to our program tonight. The quest for better outcomes, for better clinical outcomes, is paved with scientific principles based on evidence. But the result, better outcomes, is usually described in unscientific terms. Like someone says, I've had more time with my family. The quality of my life is improved. I'm enjoying things more than I did before, which is very good. We understand that, don't we? We get what those outcomes mean. And we're grateful for that. But something else that we're grateful for is the thing that makes this possible here in Prescott and Arizona, really. It's the collaboration between the leadership of this hospital, all of our PBM team, both clinical and non-clinical, and you, our appreciative community. So thank you. Now, to get our meeting off to a good start, let's give our attention to Dr. Pierre Tibi.
Thank you, Dale. Before I go on, I've got to say that this is something that is rarely duplicated in other communities. I'm very proud of it. And all of these accomplishments and thanks go to Dale and Beth Black, so I'd like to give them a hand. So this is our third year, and I've spoken at the last 2 years, and Dale asked me to speak here, excuse me, Dale asked me to speak here, and I said, you know what, this community's heard enough from me. They don't need to hear anything more, they'll hear the same old stuff. And he said, well, can you at least do a little introduction? So I decided to go ahead and do an introduction about patient blood management, and I asked him, well, what are we talking about this year? So he said that the name of the presentation is the Quest for Better Outcomes. And I thought, quest for better outcomes. A quest, according to Webster, is an enterprise usually involving an adventurous journey. So, what was this quest? Was it a dream? Was it an impossible dream? And it reminded me of one of my favorite productions. I hope this is not too corny for you. An impossible dream. To dream the impossible dream. Surgery without blood. To fight the unbeatable foe. Hepatitis, AIDS, Ebola. To bear with unbearable sorrow people who have died from blood transfusions. To run where the brave do not go, dare not go. We were transfusing at much higher levels, and it was crazy to let patients go down to low levels of hemoglobin. Because this is our quest, to follow that star through science, through tenets of how to treat patients and illnesses. No matter how hopeless, no matter how far, over transfusion throughout the United States. To fight for the right without questions or pause. Hundreds of publications that show that this is the way to go. To be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause, and I looked for angels and stuff, and the Victoria's Secret angels were the only ones I could find, so I apologize. And we know if we'll only be true to this glorious quest that all blood counts, that our hearts could lie peaceful and calm when we are finally laid to our rest. And the world may be better for this, that these men, scorned and covered with scars because we're going against the grain, still strove with their last ounce of courage to reach that unreachable star. So you didn't learn too much medicine from me tonight, but I think it's an appropriate introduction for these men that go to the cutting edge of medicine and do things that others may not do and try harder. So now we're going to have some more serious physicians come up and talk to you about more serious things. But I thank you all for coming. It's a pleasure, and seeing my patients and my friends and the foundation, and we also need to thank, I think, YRMC for putting something like this together. Thank you very much.